Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode here on Dangerous African Confessions HD. In this episode, we have the continuation of the story from our brother Eric from Ghana, who tells us his life journey and the things he has done as a young man searching for money. We've brought to you confessions that marvels us, but I bet you've never heard this before. Now I have money in abundance, but I am not proud of my actions. I need help. I am dying inside. My conscience will not let me rest. If I knew this would be the result of my search for money, then I would choose to be in my poverty whereby I can see the face of my beloved mother each and every day. I wanted to go back to school. And I also told myself, I will make it and make my mother proud. The kind of insult they insult her whenever they get the chance was too much for me. At that time, I told myself I am living for my mother. That was my dream, to make it and make my mother proud. It was after all the rituals have been done that he told me this. He told me all the things that I have done were just not enough for me to enjoy the money. He told me that I needed to make a human sacrifice in order to clear the money finally for me to have it. This, he said, was the instructions from the spirits. When he asked who I wanted to use for the sacrifice, I said any family member is okay by me. It never occurred to me that I was actually signing the death warrant for the very person close to my heart, my mother. In this confession, we will see why our brother Eric had to make the kind of decisions he made, and how after getting the money he went in search for, his mother died. As part of our policy, I've edited the names to hide the identity. Please kindly subscribe, share and like our videos. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be the first to get notification to our videos when we upload. Without wasting much of your time, let's go and listen to the story. When I opened the bag was filled with money. There was no local currency in the bag. I called the man just as he told me. He said that he had to come to Ghana and make some sacrifices and directions for me before I can start using the money. All this while, I was in my friend's house. So, he helped me organize a hotel room for the man. When the man came, the incantations and sacrifices needed to be done. He gave me a list of things to buy. I needed to buy 4 different types of anointing oil. Some of the oil, you will see that there was something like cross in the oil. And some too, there was something like sponge in it. Then again, I bought different colors of candles, the head of a vulture's egg among others. After getting the items, we went to the cemetery at dawn and did different forms of rituals. The last day before he left for his hometown, he told me that, even though we have done all those rituals, there was one last ritual that needed to be done before the spirits can allow me to enjoy the money in peace. He told me that I needed to use human blood to seal all the rituals that have been done. It was after all the rituals have been done that he told me this. He told me all the things that I have done were just not enough for me to enjoy the money. He told me that I needed to make a human sacrifice in order to clear the money finally for me to have it. This, he said, was the instructions from the spirits. When he asked who I wanted to use for the sacrifice, I said any family member is okay by me. It never occurred to me that I was actually signing the death warrant for the very person close to my heart. When he did the rituals that are for the blood sacrifice, he told me that it will take effect in a period of 1 week. Anyone that I will hear about his or her sickness within that week has been picked by the spirits as the sacrifice. Before he went back to Benin, he gave me a powder and told me to mix it with some leaves in water and bath when I hear of the person's death. That way, I was protecting myself from the tormenting of the person when he or she dies. He then told me not to step foot there when I hear the news of the person's illness or death. Either than that, I will also die just a week after the person's burial. One thing that baffles me till now is that nothing occurred to me that whatever I was doing was wrong. Anytime he says this one thing or the other, I will say okay to it without thinking twice about it. It was the 3rd day after the rituals and the man had gone back, that I was told my mother was seriously ill. This was when it dawns on me that I might have really sacrificed the very person who is the reason why I wanted to make it in life. I couldn't go and visit my mother. Honestly, I was scared at this time. Again, at this point, I felt there was no need to have gone to do the sacrifices. Since she probably was not going to be available to enjoy the fruit of all that I went through. I couldn't sleep that whole week. It got to a point I wanted to take the bag that is full of money to my friend. I didn't want the money anymore. How was I going to lose my mother and won't be present to bid her farewell? This was really cutting me deep in my soul. It was Friday, when I heard the news of my mother's death. She didn't die a natural death. I killed the very stomach that gave birth to me, all because of money. And the sad part is that I couldn't go and pay my last respect to my mother. Out of guilt, I took the money to my friend's room and told him to have the money. This was when he also told me the sacrifices he had done to get what he was enjoying in life. He said that, when he did his own rituals, it picked his younger brother. But when the man consulted, he was then asked to do another ritual which then took his mother after about a year when the ritual was done. He told me to count myself lucky because I was not going to be sacrificing too many people for the money that was given to me. He went to his minibar and brought some drink. After taking the drink, I slept off. When I woke up, he told me to be a man. He then told me to live and do good to raise the name of my mother high. Now I have money in abundance. But I am not proud of my actions. I need help. I am dying inside. My conscience will not let me rest. If I knew this would be the result of my search for money, then I would choose to be in my poverty whereby I can see the face of my beloved mother each and every day. What pains me most is that this very sister of my mother, who refused to see me through school, which resulted in me making wrong decisions, will be now enjoying what she didn't sow. I feel like I am carrying some huge burden on my shoulders. I feel like there is something heavy following me. I sometimes just feel like ending it all. Because the guilt is weighing me down. I have learnt a bitter lesson. Please, brother, I want you to share my story as a means of advising my fellow brothers and sisters that life is not what it always seems like. When a friend tells you he or she can help you in something, please try as much as possible to find out the whole truth in it before you make a decision to move forward with whatever help they will be offering. Had I searched and pressed for more information before going ahead with it, I might have my mother with me. Even if I might not be rich, I will still be having my beautiful mother with me. Unlike now, I have it all, but I am dying inside. Please just be careful. Thank you, brother, for taking time to read my letter. Please kindly subscribe, share and like our videos. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be the first to get notification to our videos when we upload. Life is not always rosy, and so to get to our final destination, we will definitely face challenges. These challenges are meant to mold us into the men and women we will become in the future. They are to teach us a lesson of resilience and not to take a shortcut route, which will at the end of the day cause us more. Like I always say, these are not just stories for story's sake. They are meant for us not to make these mistakes our brothers and sisters are making. That's why we share these stories with you. I pray that we learn from some of these stories and live a better and more matured life. As I always say, we are not here to race with any other person. Therefore, do the little you can and ask your Creator to bless your handwork. Please let's be mindful of the choices that we make. Thanks for being a part of this growing family. Kindly share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, like and share. Stay blessed and be safe.